Audio, electronics, computers and magnetic tape recorders have for some years been harnessed together to compose, generate and reproduce music with a complex of voices, musical phrasing and dynamic range that would be almost impossible to achieve even with a whole orchestra of conventional musical instruments. From this has emerged the electronic music maker of the future, the music synthesizer. If you like the sounds you're going to hear now, details about complete records of synthesizer music will be found in this first edition of Audio Magazine. The synthesizer looks rather like a giant electronic organ and is a complex of electronics that can be used not only to imitate the voices of known musical instruments, but also to create some that have never existed. In other words, it can create new musical voices and sounds. But first, imitation. The sound of a known musical instrument, the flute. Sounds with a greater degree of harmonics than a flute, such as those produced by a trumpet, are no problem for a synthesizer. And the synthesizer can also produce sounds in the lower pitch range, like those from a tuba. Rhythmic patterns of percussion sounds can also be created. Another use for the synthesizer is to produce artificial sound effects. Here's an example, the familiar sounds at the seaside. Now let's couple the music synthesizer to a computer which has been programmed to provide variations on an original passage of music. The piece is called A Lollipop for Papa and was produced by Peter Zinoviev. The synthesizer can also recreate original orchestral sound, as this extract from Dvorak's Symphony No. 6 will illustrate. Pop music has another kind of use for the music synthesizer, in live performance with other musical instruments. Here's an extract from Messin by Manfred Mann. Finally, a piece by Vivaldi, performed on a Synthi 100 music synthesizer by Francis Monkman of Curved Air. If you've enjoyed this record, you'll certainly appreciate Audio Magazine, which will cover all aspects of reproduced sound. Audio's intention is to enhance your enjoyment of leisure listening.